Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do a reading for the week ahead. How are you, my bull gang? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. We're going to look at some oracles. We're going to look at some tarot. We're going to find out what's going on in the week ahead for you, Taurus. Taurus, if you've been here before, you know that I do read for the week ahead, and all of my readings are always for the week ahead. It is always predictions that I'm doing, and whenever you find this, today, tomorrow, next year, it's always going to be for the week ahead. Let's find out what's going down for the Taurus tribe. What's going down for the Taurus collective, please. General energies for the Taurus collective. We've got moving on. Ooh, the throat chakra. Ooh, bottom of the deck is destiny. What's going on, Taurus? Let's find out what's going on. What else do we have here for Taurus, please? Tell me about Taurus. We've got time for a nap. And we have co-create. All right, Taurus. So I feel like what's coming up in the week ahead for you is that there is finally going to be some movement. So for those of you who've been feeling like it's Groundhog Day, that there just isn't anything going on in your life right now, work, eat, sleep, you're about to get some movement. I feel like you're rested. This is time for a nap. I want to say that whatever you've been doing, spending time by yourself, spending time alone, maybe just not being as social as usual, I feel like this is giving you sort of an energy of balance, I want to say. We've got card 24, which is a 6. And to me, that is reciprocal energy. We do have a 6 here as well. So we have 2 6s. And so I feel like there is, you're moving on, but I think you're moving on in a very solid a solid way that you're ready for it now, I want to say. Before, maybe you weren't ready for it, and it's okay to take some time away. We do have the throat chakra. I think that you're ready to speak. I think that you're ready to say something here. Throat chakra is ruled by Taurus, by the way. It does rule Taurus, by the way. And we do have co-create. So I do feel like that you are about to get more social. It does feel like you are possibly going to meet new people, possibly get into some co-creation. We've got an owl here, bird on a wire here. We've got an owl here, and the owl is about transformation or things that came to an end. And we can see that the leopard is up there at the top. It almost feels like you were surveying the land. Like, what do I do now? I'm not really sure which direction I want to go in. Sort of kind of taking a look out there to see what's available. And I feel like something's about to change now, because we do have this egg here that's ready to hatch. It's mostly into the future. Look, we have destiny here, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is about to change. And I think it's because you've decided it's time to move on or move away, or it's time to get some sort of movement. Bottom of the deck, change in the wind. Look, next week is all about change for you, Taurus. There's going to be a lot of things changing. I think that they're positive. It seems like you're ready. I want to say you're ready to speak now, and you're ready to speak with other people. I want to say co-create. Maybe get into some sort of some sort of a partnership with somebody here. We do have memories of love. What do we have here? We have milk and honey. It's in the reverse. We have milk and honey here. All right, so something good is coming, I feel. For some of you with this memory of love, this to me is the 6 of Cups. For me, it could be a new friendship, or it could be feel like somebody that you've known forever. Could be that as well. Let's get some tarot on it, Taurus. So what's going on? Taurus, I do have room for readings, private readings, if you're interested. There is room over at Wizio if you're interested. Please look below this video. There is a pinned comment with a link to Wizio if you'd like to book for a private reading. And for others of you, I have just opened the membership area. So if you're interested in learning some things, teaching some things, getting to know some of the people that come here, the ride or dies, if you're interested in getting to know some new people here, love to see you in the membership area. There's already a video up there, an introduction video to tell you what's going to be going on. All right, the join button is below this video. Tell me about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus. We've got the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, Taurus. Feels like somebody here is moving on from a job, possibly. It could be employment. We've got the 10 of Swords. Got the 10 of Wands. We're coming to the ends of cycles, Taurus. And we've got the King of Swords. Very interesting energies here. I kind of like it. So the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse tells me, Taurus, that you're tired of putting energy into things that are just not moving. And so I feel like you're moving on from possibly a place of work, some of you, and maybe you won't move from that place of work in the week ahead, but I think you're thinking about it. There's something here that you're just not willing to put the energy in on anymore. And the Eight of Pentacles, when it's in the reverse to me, is sort of like a reevaluation. I'm sort of reevaluating what I'm doing, where I'm putting my time, where I'm putting my energy. And this could be in friendships, it could be in a love ship, it could be in a job. It feels like you are making some decisions to move on from wherever you were and go forward, because I feel like there's some things that are waiting for you here. We do have time for a nap as well, and it feels like you're rested. I want to say that there have been things that you've had to release that have come to an end, and some of them may have been really painful in the past months here, but I feel like you've healed from that, or you've taken your time away, or time by yourself here. Let's look at moving on. What are you moving on from here, Taurus? What are you moving on from, Taurus? Got a card that's flipped here. Some of you are moving on from the Emperor. You're no longer putting time in to the Emperor energy. Tell me more. We've got the Queen of Wands. Yeah. We've got the Knight of Cups. I feel like somebody here is moving on from a relationship, possibly. For others of you, like the Emperor is a father, so it could be your father, it could be your boss at work, right? I feel like somebody, if you are leaving a place of work, and that's the reason that a lot of people do leave a place of work, even if they love what they do or the people they're working with, is because they really don't like the boss. And so I feel like there is somebody here who is a bit of a conqueror. Maybe there's somebody who's saying, look, you're just not putting enough effort, enough energy. It feels like this person is probably critical of you, and it's time for you to go. The Queen of Wands is here, and whether you're feminine or masculine, the energy of the Queen of Wands is somebody who's going to go get what they want, somebody who's going to do their own thing. This is an independent person, somebody who is on their way to grow things, right? Grow things. We can see that she's holding a sunflower in her hand here. So something is blooming here. She's decided that she's going to trust in the universe. We do have a salamander. That's what she's drawing here. So she's decided she's going to trust in the universe, and she's going to grow by moving forward. So I feel like somebody here really is leaving. You could be leaving home. That's who the Emperor could be. It could be your father. It could be your boss. But the Emperor is somebody who is the ruler of the empire. Somebody who says, my word is it. My way or the highway. That's the kind of energy here. I feel also the Emperor could indicate that you're taking control of a situation, and that you're going to be using your Queen of Wands energy to go get what you want. Be independent. Be by yourself. Do your own things. So for some of you, possibly you're leaving the workplace to go open a business. It could be that. Look, it's time to move. That's what it feels like. We do have the Knight of Cups here. And so for some of you, this Emperor could be someone who you are engaged with in a romantic way. The Knight of Cups is a passive energy. So if you are engaging with the Emperor and you're having a problem with the Emperor, I don't feel like you're leaving in a blaze of glory. I feel like you are in this Knight of Cups energy, which is very passive. Look, I'm just going to take my coffee and go. That's what it looks like here. I'm just going to take my coffee and go. So it feels like here that somebody is passively leaving a situation and deciding that I need more independence. I don't want to be conquered by the Emperor. I don't want the Emperor to tell me what to do. I don't want to listen to this person anymore, because the Emperor will do things that that is like they're making a decision for the best for everyone involved, but maybe it just doesn't suit you. Maybe it's just not for you here, because I feel like you're getting up and going somewhere, Taurus. Tell me about time for a nap. Tell me about time for a nap with Taurus, please. We do have the King of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Seven of Cups. It does feel like what you needed to rest from was the release of something that was really painful. Taurus, I feel like you went through a painful parting, a painful end. It feels like something that you knew you had to release, or maybe someone released you, but it's like the end of a cycle, and it was really, really hard. I feel like with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups, that for a long time you had no idea why the situation ended, and it might be because you didn't want to see it or you didn't want to understand it, but it does feel like with the King of Pentacles you finally get everything stabilized here, because the Nine of Swords is about worry. It's about what's going to go on in the future or what went on in the past, and you don't have control of any of those things. The Nine of Swords is really a place where we get stuck because we don't want to go to the 10 because it's a hard place to be. But I think you're brave enough to realize that I don't want to be in this worry anymore. I'd rather just let it go. And then that's, I feel, what gives you stability. So I think that this time for a nap is telling me that you've been spending a lot of time in self-care, napping, showering, taking care of you, just kind of doing the basics. It does feel like somebody here was very, and I'm not a doctor, and so I'm not diagnosing anybody, but maybe you were depressed, or maybe you just couldn't get up. And so it feels like somebody here was confused about and worried about the situation until you finally said, okay, this is over. I'm releasing it. It's the end. And that's what brought you stability here. For some of you, you're leaving this place of business. If this is a work reading for you, I feel like you're no longer listening to this Emperor. It's like I'm no longer putting effort in. I feel like somebody here was going to work every day and like, I just need this day to be over. That's what it feels like. But I do feel that when you finally move on, that's when the King of Pentacles appears. Now you're in charge. You're the one sitting on the throne. You're the one that needs to bring the stability and make your own money. So I feel like when you leave that place of work, you might not have any idea of what you want to do, but it feels like somebody does find their way here. The Seven of Cups is confusion, but it's also a lot of opportunity and options, right? And so I feel like you were very worried over nothing, because I feel like you'll have a lot of job opportunities if you don't want to be in business for yourself. If you are an entrepreneur, I feel like you will find a way to make money because the King of Pentacles is here. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, right? The King of Pentacles is here, and you are about to get financial stability or stability in your 3D world. Because I feel like it's so important to, this time for a nap here, it's so important to take care of yourself. And I think that's what you've spent time doing. And I think that's what really brought you to a place of, I just need to let that go. The job, the person, the relationship, whatever it is. We've got the Ten of Wands here. And the Ten of Wands, I feel, tells me that you're super resilient. I feel like you've been carrying a lot of things around, Taurus. And I want to say that finally you're going to speak about those things. And I think it took you leaving a situation or getting some movement or moving on in this kind of passive way. I feel like you're dropping some burdens here, and now you're going to be able to speak about it. But I feel like the things you're going to speak on are the things that are kind of things that might have made you feel in lack, and I don't feel like you could have said it while you were in this energy here. I did just drop the Two of Pentacles, but I didn't call it out, so I didn't take it. Two of Pentacles tells me that there's decisions to make here, and I think you're making a decision to finally speak up after you drop these heavy burdens that you've been carrying here. I feel there was a lot of pressure on you to be quiet. Maybe you signed a non-disclosure agreement or something with the workplace, with the Emperor. There was something that was weighing heavy on you that you weren't allowed to say anything. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. Got the Three of Cups. Now you're free. You're dropping burdens, and now you're free. It's time to celebrate, and I feel like you are going to be speaking up about your experiences here and telling them about a time when it was just every day, feeling burdened every day, right? Feeling like the wounded warrior. It feels like they probably weren't paying you enough here, because it feels like somebody was worrying over bills and feeling exhausted about not getting enough for all of the energy that you were putting in. And so you pulled back your energy with the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Hanged Man energy. Yeah, I think now you're in this mode of contemplation, Taurus. I feel like in the week ahead, now that you're kind of coming out of this slumber, like it feels like you just needed to shut off the world, not really go out, not really see people, stay in your own home. And I feel like that has really brought you to a place of realization. And it's because you took the pause that you're ready to speak. It feels like it's because you decided to look at things from another perspective. Look, when you're in this energy of feeling like you're being used up or someone is misusing you, it's time to reevaluate. And I think that you did, but I think that this energy here of the Hanged Man is telling me that you went into some sort of pause so you could get a different perspective of what was going on. And I think what you realize is that the Nine of Wands, it's up to you as to whether you want to end the cycle or not. And the only way that you can end the cycle of the Nine of Wands is when the Ace of Wands shows up. And that is the exciting new path, and you took it. And I feel like it turns into the Ten of Wands here. So I do feel like you were using your intuition and feeling like you needed to surrender to the universe and say, what do I do? I feel like the universe answers back with this throat chakra and said, look, you just got to speak up. And I feel like speaking up does make you happy. It's a realization that you're having in the week ahead here. Tell me about the King of Swords and co-create, because this person here is really, really smart. This person here is somebody who is interested in justice, but they're very good with facts and truth and honesty, transparency. This person's going to be the person who is, you might be co-creating with this person. This person could be someone who knows the business of what you want to get into if you're going into entrepreneurism, or this could be the person who's interviewing you for the next job. Tell me more about the King of Swords, please. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Look, we have it twice. Wow. Things are really changing in the week ahead. You know what? I think the week ahead on the 17th is the eclipse in the lunar eclipse in Pisces. I think that's why all this changes here for you, Taurus. And what else do we have here? We have the Knight of Wands. Things begin to pick up here. Look, we have the Fool. Oh my goodness. Look, there are a bunch of things that are changing for you here. It feels like, I want to say with the Eight of Cups being in the reverse, that maybe this King of Swords is somebody that you're going to go back to get more information from. Maybe it's a legal situation. Maybe you're going to sue the employer. Take it as it resonates for you. But the King of Swords is somebody who is, is really highly intelligent. This could be a psychologist, a psychiatrist, judge, magistrate, somebody who is invested in the justice for everyone involved, because the King of Swords is an official person that does make decisions the best thing for everyone involved. And I feel like you're going back to this person to get more information, and I feel like going back to this person to get clarity and factual information about what to do next. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here for you. Now, you really don't have a choice when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, right? It is the universe ducking in to say, look, it's time for things to change. You're already making so many changes. You're not doing the things that you used to do. You're really taking care of yourself. You're deciding you're no longer going to worry. You're no longer going to be in this Nine of Wands. You've decided to drop the burdens and end some cycles here. You don't want to be in the nines anymore, which is a place of worry and almost oppression. I feel like you're freeing yourself with this Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. And I feel the Wheel of Fortune shows up because of that. Now things are about to move forward in a very quick way. I think that you're about to be really brave in some sort of cooperative sort of energy that you're in here. And I feel like you're about to start something new. So for some of you who feel like you are in this entrepreneur spirit, I feel like that's what's happening here. That things are about to move quickly. Because it's divine timing, you're about to expand. There's an expansion with Jupiter here, an expansion in abundance. And so you've made all the right decisions up to here. I'm just going to say, maybe they didn't feel good at the time, Taurus, but I think you're on it. And I think things are about to change. I feel like you're coming back to this person, the King of Swords, to get some clarity from them, to get some advice from them so they can help you. And I feel it changes everything. All kinds of change coming up next week, and this is only a part of it or a piece of it. We've got the Fool, we've got the Star, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you've waited a really long time to become the Star, to become healed, to become noticed. And I think that you will now that you're going out on your own. You're taking your wisdom, whatever you've learned in the past here, and you're moving into the future, taking some sort of a leap of faith. Things, change is in the wind, right? It's all about change. Destiny is all about change. That's the Wheel of Fortune, all about change. Taurus, the C word is coming, but I think that you're moving in the right direction and you're doing it slow enough here that it's going to work out for you. I'm going to leave this right here, Taurus. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm out for now, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.